Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really firing on all cylinders right now. And to me, the important thing is that they're doing the little things well. They're not just relying on home runs or big plays every game. They're playing good situational baseball.
Just about set to go now. And on the hill, Eric Skubal. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
Stephen Kwan stands in now and watches strike one. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Bregman. He'll do it himself. One up, one down.
Batting second.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. And a big factor for them in recent games, Stephen Kwan.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Will Brennan, batting with one down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty. In the air out to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Two down. Two outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor.
That one to first. Bregman. Guardians go down in order. Back here in Detroit, and towing the slab in this one, Gavin Williams.
Well, he issued way too many free passes this last time out. You can't win at this level if you allow that many base runners. So today, he's got to get strike one, put the hitter on his heels, maybe get some swings and misses, and offset those walks with more strikeouts in this one.
0-1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and he pulls up on it, and that's a hit. Donnie Sands with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. First offering misses the mark.
One ball, no strike.
Just missed. And it is 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Sands aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, you know, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up, you almost get a little more flat-footed, and you got to be sharp to get that jump and to beat a good throw down to second base. Just wasn't able to do it right there.
And next is the designated hitter, Zach McKinstry. First offering, and it just misses. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. Left-hand batter waits. In the air, out towards right center. Laureano trying to get there. Nice grab on the run, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Top of the second. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. To first, and Ramirez is set down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
David Fry digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off. Got it by him for the K. Here's Brian Riccio. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Struck him out looking. Guardians. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the center fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Williams back to work. That's a strike. That one missing inside. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Josh Bell at the plate now. In there, and it's 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Man at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Righty to the plate. And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. That's one out, the bottom of the second. And now it's Alex Bregman.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First pitch, and he just misses.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Line drive, base hit, and they'll score first. It's 1-0.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
And stepping in is the speedy Matt Vierling, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. First pitch just misses. Bregman leads off first with 1 away. There's a strike. Bregman runs. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, and they got him.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
One, two now. Stays alive. The wind and the pitch. On the ground, out to short. Toss to Naylor. Third out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League. On to the third inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Laureano comes up to hit. Lifted in the air, right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. There's Cam Gallagher.
The catcher, number 35.
Gallagher goes 6 feet 3 inches, hitting 9th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And that one hit to first, and it goes just foul. And now the lefty. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a pitch. Good job to fight that one off. Fights it off. You'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Two outs. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Back at Comerica Park. Set for the bottom of the third. And now the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. The right-hander back to work. Ball 1, no strikes. Ibanez in his second season, 29 years old, and he's usually a third baseman, but today he's starting at shortstop. That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count. There's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Ryan Kreidler up now for the Tigers. in there at the knees for a strike.
One strike.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now back.
So digging in,
Second
Donnie Sands. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And that one is lifted in the air. Laureano settles under it and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2.
The catcher, number 34.
Jake Rogers now at the plate.
Rogers.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. There's a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
At the belt and fires. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. Tigers leave one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back. On to the fourth. You have the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Skubal back to work. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Will Brennan. Flied out his first time. Bounced up the middle. And it gets by him. Here's Josh Naylor. Grounded out his first time. That misses. Ball 1. The 1-1. Left field. Bierland under this one. Puts it away for the out. Here's Jose Ramirez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And first offering is fouled off. You know, Singy, Jose Ramirez signed that big extension, a 5-year, $124 million contract before the 2022 season. But right before that happened, the Guardians came this close to trading him. And a pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball still 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Bierland makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Guardians. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Zach McKinstry. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Base hit center field. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Doubled his first time up. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. McKinstry on at first. Nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. Lifted in the air, right field. Laureano settles under it. And there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Number 9.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. This to center field. Brennan settles underneath it. Out number 2.
The first baseman, number
now
7.
It's Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
That one's in there, 0-1. Righty delivers. Swing and a ball popped up. Naylor settles under it and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. So back here in Detroit.
Leading
now
off
it's
for
the DH, David Fry. The pitch. And there's the strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Strike 2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Into center. Carpenter on the move to the infield. Dives for it. Got it. Makes the play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Struck out looking at his first at bat. There's the strike. And there's a curve through for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Stepping up for the Guardians, Andres Jimenez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. He's got it. And that is out number 3. The Guardians go down in order. They're down 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder.
The left fielder, Matt Beerland.
The wind of the pitch. And that's in for a strike. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all, and they tack one on the board.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
That's in there, and the count 1-1. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Snags it on the run. And there's one away.
Now
Every
batting,
day during
third
batting
baseman,
practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Kreidler batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And that turns the lineup over.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Sands up for the third time and takes ball one. Activity in the Guardians bullpen. Ronaldo Lopez up and throwing for Terry Francona. De Los Santos getting cranked up as well. And a 1-0. And a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here is Jake Rogers. Runners at first and second with one gone. The next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Falling behind 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on, probably a challenge pitch coming.
And strike two.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that should be extra bases. Kreidler headed for the plate. One run is in. Now 2 runs score, and they lead by 4.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Logan Allen taking over on the mound. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And up next for Detroit, Zach McKinstry.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 0-1. Ground ball right side. Yeah, they get the out. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter.
Misses outside, and it's 1-0. Rogers on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Inning over. So they get. Welcome back. Here's Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder, number 10.
Laureano goes 5 feet 11 inches, 205 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
One strike.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Cam Gallagher digs in for the Guardians. His first at bat was a strikeout. In there for strike one.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Kicks and fires. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Goes down looking.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Kwan in the box again, takes a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Next offering is downstairs.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The line to kick the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Kicks and deals. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. And down on strikes he goes. That's his second strikeout.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back. Here's Josh Bell.
For the Tigers, the right fielder, Josh Bell.
And he deals. Bell, 30 years old now, and he won the Silver Slugger at his position in the National League last year. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. Now a screamer into the outfield. And out number 1 on the grab.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Bregman up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. And a strike in there. The pitch. To 3rd. Ramirez sends it to 1st. And a couple of quick outs.
Number 8.
2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Detroit, Matt Vierling.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. On the ground to third. Ramirez fires to first on the run. That ends the inning. Offense held in check there. Back at Comerica Park, we go to the top of the seventh. So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. Scooble back to work. On the ground to third. Toss to Bregman. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Naylor, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Right through there, got it. Now 2 away. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Ramirez stands in here, takes ball one low. Next offering is in for a strike. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Toss to Bregman. And Ramirez is set down. And that is that.
Making it look easy at the Keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the seventh. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Andy Ibanez. And the pitch. And he takes a strike. Off the mark there. 1-1. And a pitch. Line drive to short and caught.
Nice swing and
Now
good
batting.
solid contact. That ball was smoked. Needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Kreidler stands in now and watches strike one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup. And next up for the Tigers, Donnie Sands.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat. Opposite field knock.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a strike. That one lifted to left. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that's the third out. Back here in Detroit, we go to the eighth. And now the DH, David Fry.
The designated hitter, David Fry.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Just a weak fly ball this time. Sands puts the squeeze on that one, and there's one down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Roquillo, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting.
And up next for Cleveland, Andres Jimenez.
Jimenez.
And that's in there for strike one.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter,
Got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
And here it comes. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. On the ground. Toss to Bregman. That's out number 3. Let's go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-0. The wind of the pitch. Rogers, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The next pitch misses, and now 2-0. Kicks and fires. And there's the strike. Hammered, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Up next for the Tigers.
Man, Siggy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog, I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Next to hit, Zach McKinstry. That's in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The 0-2. Up the middle. Nice stop. Flips it from the ground. That's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that ball off the bat ticketed for the outfield and a base hit for the hitter, but just taken away by the diving stop. Nice job.
Man at first, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. First offering misses the mark. And there's a ball. McKinstry stands at first with 1 out. That's in there, and it's 2-1. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Put some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And up next for Detroit, Josh Bell. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's Alex Bregman.
Bregman.
First pitch, and he just misses. That one down the line, and it's off the bag. Toss to Naylor. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Here's the left fielder, Matt Vierland.
Matt Vierland.
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Second and third, 2 down. On the ground to the left. Inning over, and it could have been worse. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right
fielder, number 10.
Fielder, Ramon Laureano. Andrew Vasquez gets the ball now. This is his first appearance of the season. The pitch. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Vasquez, a tall lefty. He throws a slurve, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. And now the lefty. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Here comes a pitch. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And Laureano is retired. And there's one away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Gallagher now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Oh, 0-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Out to short. Toss to Bregman. Now only one out remaining. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a tapper. On to first. Ball game. And the Tigers.
Well, another night, another win. This team is a must-watch right now. Even if it goes late, there's a rain delay, extra innings. People are going to stay up late to see this streak continue.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Tigers, 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For Cleveland, no runs, just 1 hit. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Sometimes I feel like I'm 50 when he spit hot.